Well, true crime fans, listen up. You can get your fix on the go with the new KREM 2 podcast. It looks into one of the most shocking and bizarre cases to happen here in the Pacific Northwest in recent history. Our very own Jen York and Taylor Viydo are going behind 1 foot in the grave. Good morning to both of you. What can we expect?
Yeah, hi Tim, and hi everyone at home. It's been a minute since we've been able to see you, so good morning. Glad to be here with you here on our Wednesday morning. Now, regular viewers here on Up with KREM, they've tracked this story with us over the course of the past year. Lori Vallow is a name many of you at home are now familiar with. 2 of her children disappeared about 1 year ago, and only to turn up dead earlier this year in southern Idaho. But as we've learned, there is so much more to this case. We simply just can't get to all of it on TV.
Yeah, Jen, and some might say this case is cut and dry, but as we found out, it certainly has a lot of twists and turns. And as you'll find out, not everything is as it appears.
Please step up, call authorities, call the fire station.
It's a story that at times almost plays out like a movie.
Why don't you give us answers?
That's great.
Lori Vallow, a mother from Rexburg, Idaho, is facing serious charges after authorities discovered the bodies of her kids bound and buried on her husband's property.
That husband, Chad Daybell, is facing charges too. It started more than 1 year ago when 2 of Vallow's children, Tylee Ryan and JJ Vallow, disappeared. Authorities asked Vallow for help, but she did not cooperate. But in the midst of that search for her kids, she tied the knot with Chad Daybell. He is an author writing books with religious undertones about the end of the world. But this case does not appear to manifest from thin air. In 1 Foot in the Grave, we explore Vallow's upbringing and checkered history. In January 2019, a friend says she begins to act strangely, saying she believes she has superpowers. And as it turns out, this is not her first experience with police. The last involving threats of attacks from an out-of-world being.
Charles has been killed. I'm going to kill you. You're going to be murdered today or tomorrow.
Charges are serious for Vallow and Daybell. In this podcast, we explore similar cases from Idaho where capital punishment is legal. It includes a mother, considered a family annihilator, who now sits on death row. Experts weigh the legal possibilities of how Vallow's case will play out in court.
The Daybell case, for example, has a lot of religious overtones or undertones. Jurors may be unwilling to judge the case fairly because of religious beliefs.
And those episodes are now live. You can head to krem.com to find them. We have all 4 episodes posted. Certainly something we've put a lot of hard work in, as Jen has mentioned. She has put a lot of hard work into this. So it's something we're really, really excited about.
Oh man, I just want to get the popcorn and I cannot wait to listen to that. You guys have worked so hard on this. I got to ask, you guys have been TV journalists for a long time. What made you want to get into this podcast arena?
I can speak for myself in this, is that I'm interested in true crime. I think there's a lot of stories to tell out there. And in the TV world, we can only scratch the surface. So this really allowed us to look deeper into this case. And as many of you at home know, it is extensive. So we hope that you tune into the podcast and learn what we did. And I'm sure you're going to be shocked to see what we found out.
And speaking of shocking, I guess, Taylor, what was the most surprising thing to you while following this case over the last year and working on this project?
Even before we did this, it's worth mentioning there's been lots of great reporting, especially in Idaho, across the country in regards to this. So some of the stuff we knew already, but just as you look into it and read it more, some of the beliefs that Lori Vallow and her husband are alleged to have had, and some of the statements they made according to other people involved in this case, are really interesting. And one thing I did in particular was look at some of Chad Daybell's books and went and looked on Amazon. His author's website is still live, not just Amazon, but he has his own website as well. So it was really interesting looking at those books as well. And it, when you read the synopsis of those, it kind of sets the stage for what some of these people are claiming his beliefs are, at least as it relates to what happened to the kids.
Yeah, we are looking forward to this. You guys, thanks so much for your hard work. Can't wait to tune in right after I get off work.